I bet there's like a whole lot of these learnings and missteps that you've had in your amazing life. So I'm wondering, what is a significant learning you've had as the result of a painful misstep?
Mm. So I've been in the business, I think, for like 29 years now. And
Okay.
of course, I feel like all of my life I've had to learn through missteps,
Yeah.
whether it was personal or professional. But the one I want to talk about today is just to share with others is of course, a little bit about me. I'm an introvert. I
Hmm.
like to listen. I'm not really a talker, so it's hard for me to talk a lot, but I'm a listener. And so, and also I'm a recovering codependent. So
Oh, oh, there's plenty to
oh, yeah.
talk on
Well,
that.
yes, so that leads me into my one misstep that I'm going to share is and y'all talked about it this weekend on the live LinkedIn, Jess
Mm,
and Jen, stabilize yourself.
yes.
Um, so there were a lot of nuggets there for me. But so for me, I've throughout my career, I was very driven. I worked, my husband worked, and then so I was go, go, go. I never really stopped. We had 2 kids. We were building an empire pretty much.
Mm,
Yeah, but then we had things happen in our life that, we really aren't prepared for. And I would give a shout out to everyone in the audience. If you don't understand grief yet, you need to look into it and start reading books about it
mm,
because it's important to, I don't know, to get to it before it happens to you or you have to let something go. Um, First off, when in 2000, my son had a stroke at birth, and I had to deal with that. And then my mom found out she had breast cancer.
mm.
And then in 2008, and mind you, all this time I'm running a company too. In 2008, in 2009, my grandmother, who's very close to me, and my mom passed away of a cancer. And so, and I always pretty much like took care of things.
Mm.
So I took care of everything with referring to mom. The funeral, I helped dad through that. Um, I did it all. I was like a robot. I
Ah,
didn't really take time to grieve or any of that. And we were very close. So after that happened, then I decided that I needed to leave the company after 18 years because it wasn't serving its purpose. And so that's when actually started Anya Apparel with my sister, the apparel business. I knew nothing. Well, I knew very little about it. So I started doing that, and my husband at the time owned the development company. And so, but soon something entered our lives, and I had to shut down. I had to actually leave my marriage,
mm,
and take the kids and everything that we knew and move in with my sister. And I had to shut down my apparel company. And then eventually I had to somewhat shut down the development company. For me, that meant I isolated for 2 years. Now, a lot of people come, they say, put on your big girl panties or do this and go out there. And I couldn't. There was no way. I had lost everything.
mm,
I mean, I truly had. I had my car, I had a few bags, and I just left.
mm.
And, and it's really hard because when you have so much and then you lose it all, you truly find out who your friends are.
Oh my goodness. Yes.
And that was an eye opener for me too. And that's probably why I isolated, for a couple of years. But that didn't mean I didn't continue to grow because I read lots of books. I read Brene Brown's
Oh yeah.
books, Daring Greatly. I read a ton of Melody Beatty, Codependency No More, all of her daily reads. I'm a big reader and I
Okay.
like to learn that way. So, and then, I transitioned in the commercial world. But I say all that because a lot happened to me in a certain period of time. And it's okay to however you wanna manage it. If you wanna isolate and then come back, that's fine too. You don't always have to, like, bounce back. Um, but I would encourage everyone, the thing that I didn't do was I didn't really know how to grieve, and that was not good for me during that process. So, that was a huge misstep, but also because I also this is the other thing I wanna say is I stayed places and in things because I was so loyal.
Oh, so
And I kn
self-sacrificing for
Yes.
mm, mm,
And
mm.
I did that for way too long, and sometimes how the universe, like, fixes it for you?
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's what happened to me.
Ah,
But I am in control of my life, and I know that I cannot control others now.
yes, important. Oh my
I have to
goodness.
remind myself of that one all the time, though,
You're
but yeah.
you're not alone, Angela. You're not alone.
Yeah.
So what I got was 2 big things. One is we have to, like, learn how to grieve and then allow ourselves to grieve.
Mhm.
Um, and the other thing that's really got my interest because I've been there, I've been told by therapists that I have, um, like, a codependent nature, and it comes from, like, my upbringing, right? With the stuff that I got to deal with as a kid and whatever all that is. Um, it's not easy. And then, like, this tendency to isolate and continue losing. This is how it was for me. Continue losing myself in an effort to serve everybody around me. Like, that
Mhm.
was the horrible cycle of my codependency, is my value was defined by them being happy.
Yeah.
And I had to do, like, sacrifice whoever it is I was to make them happy. And it wasn't my responsibility. The only happiness I'm responsible for is my happiness.
Right. Yep.
But, like, I never had a book that said that.
No.
Right? It's like the universe, like you said it
It
perfectly. Sometimes the universe has a way of helping you learn what you need to learn.
Yeah. Y
Oh.